Hey guys, RNC63 here, and we're back with a brand new Let's Play of Elite Dangerous. So, the reason why I decided to start Elite Dangerous at the moment is basically because a few weeks ago it went up on Steam, so now it's widely available and people will find out more and more about this game. Also because they've just announced what's going to be in the upcoming 1.3 update of the game. It's a feature called Power Play, as well as a lot of other features, and I will explain that in more detail as we are playing the game. I have about 40 to 50 hours in the game at the moment. I don't have it on Steam because I purchased it before it went up on Steam. But I've started a new game for this so that you guys can see how to play it. So let's just take off for the moment. And generally speaking, the way I'll be playing this game is as a bounty hunter, because I really am not that interested in trading. I don't really find that fun. I also don't enjoy mining at the moment, although that's one of the things that should be fixed in the next update, because they are the 1.3 update, because they're bringing in drones to sort out some of the things. So, what this game basically is a space sim. You could call it a space sim. Features, and the map is absolutely huge, although it is procedurally generated, so sometimes you can get things that look quite similar.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, as a bounty hunter, one of the first things you want to do is check out where you can go and hunt, and the best places are actually in mining extraction sites around planets that have rings. So that's one of the first things I want to do, is look at where this game started me. This is the galaxy map. It shows a lot of basically it shows everywhere that you can move along, how many light years, and gives information on those sectors. Just to give you guys an idea of the scope of the game in case you haven't seen it, every single little dot of light that you see here is a place that you can actually visit in the game. So if I zoom out a tiny bit more, you can see that's where we are. And if I zoom out even more, all these little clusters of lights are stars that you can actually visit. This is a huge galaxy, and there are millions upon millions of billions actually, upon billions of stars and systems that you can visit. Some of them are single stars, some of them are binary stars. So as we can see, we're actually in an extraction zone, so chances are that we will have a planet with a ring with a mining extraction site. Let's just have a look at the system map. Let's see. It's taking a little while. Oh, there we go. We're actually in a binary system. A binary system is a system with two suns. So let's see. There we go. What sort of rings does it have? You want to find rocky rings for bounty hunting, because that's where where NPCs and also pilots go to mine. And where they're mining, you get a lot of criminals going there to steal what they've mined. So we want to go to LHS 3447B2, and then we'll move to the ring. So what we'll do is just exit the map and look for LHS 3447B2, the planet. Now it could be a little while away, depending. It seems to be quite far. And we'll go there. Okay, so how far is it? Now this is what's called super cruise. It's how you travel around inside a solar system. And in super cruise you can basically target various ships, other ships that are in super cruise, and see whatever else this solar system has to offer. And these are other solar systems that are nearby, that are within your jump range. And to get to those you need to do a light speed jump, and that's basically the other mode of transport. It takes you to another system where you can do other things. Let me just check what weapons we have. You have two side panels. One is here that gives all the information on your commander, which is your player. So as you can see, in Commander RNC63, my combat rank is harmless, my trade rank is penniless. Let's just keep an eye. Yeah, that's a while away. My combat rank is harmless, my trade rank is penniless, and my explorer rank is aimless, because I haven't done anything. My balance is 1000 credits, which is what you start with. And I have absolutely no reputation with anyone, it's all neutral because I haven't done anything yet. This is where you can control the modules on your ship. Depending on what modules you have installed, you can set how important they are and which ones will get turned off if you go over your power usage, which isn't really a problem in this ship at the moment. So I have 2 pulse lasers installed on this ship at the moment. Okay, that's not too bad. Here is where you set up your fire groups. So at the moment, when I pull out my weapons, deploy the hard points, my fire groups are set so that I fire both at the same time. You can change that so that one fires with a different weapon, etc. And you can set up multiple fire groups that you can cycle through. This is the cargo, where you can see what cargo you have. And these are generally some functions of the ship, such as landing gear, cargo scoop, a beacon, silent running, and various other functions. Over here it's your navigation, transactions, which is basically fines or bounties that you've collected, or combat bonds that you've collected during the while you're playing that you haven't actually claimed at a station. These are your contacts, so it tells you what's around you. So these low energy FSD wakes are basically ships that have jumped out of Super Cruise and they leave a low energy FSD wake. And when you target someone, you can also see their sub-targets, which is the next tab, and their cargo if you have a cargo scanner. Alright, so at this point I will cut out and cut us back in when we reach the planet. Okay guys, so I've brought us back in. We're moving towards the planet, we should be there soon enough, and I thought that this would be a good time to explain to you guys what would be in the next update, 1.3. So, basically, like I said, they're bringing in something called power play, and what power play does is gives the commander the ability to ally with certain factions, or not factions, certain galactic powers as they put it. There'll be various galactic powers with various morality or various ethics which you can join as you feel, and by joining these factions you can get bonuses to ships, you can get perks, you can get reputation, and also the chance to earn more credits. Also you'll get special objectives, and also there'll be new tabs in the galaxy map showing the borders of each galactic power, and it basically gives the player more power over what goes on in the galaxy, because the more support one faction has, or the more missions that players of a certain faction are doing, the more wars they're fighting, you will actually increase your galactic power's borders and control over the area. Now, there are also various other changes to the PvP in this game, because if someone from an enemy galactic, if someone who's not allied with your galactic power is in your galactic power's borders, then you're allowed to kill them on sight without incurring a bounty on yourself, which was a constant problem in the past. You would incur a bounty if you wanted to attack someone who wasn't wanted themselves. And I honestly think this sounds brilliant, because it really gives the players more ability to interact with the galaxy and change things, and I think it's an excellent update. Now, moving back to the gameplay here, as you can see, we're moving up on the planet that we want to join, and this is where most people have difficulty in this game, is not overshooting a planet. I myself have the same difficulty. It's not an easy thing to do to get it just right. It takes some practice, and it's not something I can teach you guys to do, but rule of thumb is basically to keep it at 7 seconds away, and that will sort of make sure that you don't overshoot it. Of course, I'm not aiming for the planet itself, but I'm aiming for the rings, so I will change my speed accordingly. But if you were aiming for the planet, then you would want to get down to a speed of 1 megameter per second and have it 1 million meters away from you. So we can see the first ring, the larger of the 2 rings, is actually an ice ring, whereas we, like we said, want the rocky ring. So what we do is move around the planet until we can see an extraction site on the rocky ring. Then we move into that, and in there will probably be a large number of NPCs mining, as well as possibly some actual players mining, and hopefully a few people with a bounty on their head so that we can kill them and make some money. Now, the Sidewinder itself, in my opinion, is a very good starter ship for fighting. I've managed to take down quite a few much more powerful ships in this. Obviously not in PvP, but in PvE, meaning against an NPC. In PvP, you will probably need a more powerful ship to go against a ship that is better than the Sidewinder. And yeah, so all the NPCs and also all the players are ranked in combat on how they are doing. It's mostly harmless, and other ranks that I don't remember. There's Master, there's also Novice, and a few other ranks. I'm sorry, I don't know them all off by heart. So this will probably take a while as we're close to the planet. When you're near a planet, the gravitational pull does affect your speed in your ship. So again, I will cut out and cut back in once we're reaching the extraction sites. Okay guys, so as you can see, we're moving on to the extraction site. We'll be jumping in a minute, and then we can do some killing. Okay, so what you want to do is get close to the extraction site without going too fast, and then disengage when the safe disengage comes up. Something that I didn't manage to do there because I was going too fast. Anyway, yeah, so now what you want to do when you're here at the resource extraction site is have a look and see. Basically scan through all the targets and see whether they're wanted. It will come up on the bottom left. Let's just get closer, and then I'll be able to show you guys. At the bottom right, you can see your power distribution, which you can change around, as you can see now. At the moment, because I'm not in a battle or anything, I'm just putting all my power into engines so that I can move faster. But when you're in a battle, you want to have more power onto systems, which is your shields, and more power onto weapons, which obviously is your weapons. And when in battle, to increase your maneuverability, you want to move down your speed into that blue area. That indicates where the maximum maneuverability of your ship is. I'm really sorry that it's dark, guys. Unfortunately, this extraction site at the moment is on the opposite of the sun. Anyway, yes, at the moment we're just looking for someone who's wanted. I don't have any gimbaled weapons on my ship at the moment, which means that I will have to do the aiming myself. The weapons won't automatically aim at the target, which I haven't actually done in quite a while because I've been able to form gimbaled weapons in my previous playthrough. But it should be interesting, Let's see, hopefully we'll manage to find ourselves someone who's wanted soon enough. Nope, everyone seems to be clean. This is strange. We've seen a couple of targets being destroyed here and there. They were the wanted ones, obviously. Let's see, hopefully we can find one. I also want to keep this episode short and sweet, so you guys can tell me if you actually enjoy this game, if you want me to play more of it. And also, of course, if any of you have this game, please send me a message on Twitter or leave a comment, and I'll add you and we can play in a wing if you want, while recording. So, oh god, that's another thing you guys don't want to do. You want to concentrate where you're going rather than commentating and not crash into asteroids. This is a much nicer experience on the daytime side of the planet, but unfortunately that's the way the cookie crumbles. Usually there's 2 or 3 resource extraction sites in a ring, and at least 1 or 2 of them will be on the daylight side. Unfortunately this one only had 1, and it was on the opposite side of the planet where we approached, which is why it took so long for us to reach this. Okay guys, this is actually taking quite a while to find a wanted ship, so what I'm going to do is cut out at the moment and cut back in as soon as we find someone who's wanted. Okay guys, we're back in the game and I've actually found someone who's wanted, and it's another player. So this will not only be our first taste of combat, but it will also be our first taste of PvP. Not sure how we're going to do. Depends on his skill level, what guns he has on his Sidewinder, and we shall see. Now, as you move in closer, obviously, you slowly want to change your power around, give power to your weapons, and let's see. Unfortunately, my aim will be terrible. Like I said, I'm very much used to gimbaled weapons, which I haven't, because I haven't used stationary weapons in a very long time. Okay, his shields are offline. Let's see if we can get behind him and do some damage. Not sure how much he's wanted for, I haven't checked. That's another mistake that he's making at the moment. You never want to just travel in a straight line, you always want to move up and down. Even though it won't really help against gimbaled weapons, it will definitely help against stationary weapons like what I'm using at the moment. Also in the combat, each subsystem on these various ships can be damaged. You can have your cockpit break on you, you can have your engines break and you won't be able to move. Everything, each subsystem on the ship can be destroyed if targeted and fired at. Let's see, not doing too badly. It seems some of the system security vessels are also helping out. Let's see if we can take him out. Like I mentioned, we'll just be taking him out and then I will be finishing up with this recording, because I want it to be nice, short and sweet. Nice, a little ram there and that finished him off. So he only had 270 bounty, must have accidentally shot someone. Now I feel like an asshole. I should have actually checked how much bounty he had. Anyway guys, like I said, I'm going to stop this recording now. Please leave a comment down below letting me know if you actually have the game and you want to play along with me. Also leave a comment telling me what you thought about this video, and if you liked it, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I'm RNC63. I'll catch you guys later.